raising women's voices.
One story at a time.
Welcome to the She Said Project podcast. It's quite possible this will be one of my favorite episodes of all time. Welcome to the She Said Project podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jeanette Jerzyk, National Director, And with me, let's get it rolling.
Let's just get it rolling.
I know.
We can get right to the guest. Carrie
about.
Rosso, co-founder. Yeah, I can take any guesswork out. This, I love, super love today's
Super
guest.
love. But I'm excited because we get to talk about all the things that are under the She Said Project umbrella today. Every week on the podcast, we talk about the live show, That's What She Said, starring really awesome women from the community, sharing stories, you know, that you started back when you were just a tiny thing,
baby.
just a baby. And we've now met, talked to, seen, worked with hundreds of women.
And it never gets old.
I'm not tired of it.
Nope.
No, I'm not mad about that.
I am not. It does not suck. And today, I'm just so excited because this person, exactly what you said, it's all of the worlds coming together.
Yes. So for those who are listening or watching and don't know, we also have under the umbrella a teen empowerment program called That's What Teens Say. So Carrie and I and some other awesome ladies got together around 2018 and said, and I know from the beginning there was always some speculation that That's What She Said could do more and be more. But we really wanted to see the same magic with the young ladies in our worlds, our communities, our families. And we did that. We busted a move and created a program. And
we busted a move.
I'm trying to be all hip.
Well,
Can you tell?
yeah, we're trying to impress our guest.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I think about the teen program that I love, the night before, as I
love this
do,
story.
I like to get really nervous and be dramatic and think nothing is going to work. That's just how I roll. But the night before, a friend of mine said, so explain this to me. Yeah. You have invited teenagers to spend the weekend with no phones and a bunch of middle-aged women and to share their hearts with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, which is what always happens before we launch something big, I think, what were we thinking? What were we thinking?
Panic.
And so then a mere 24 hours later, exactly. What happens is it was wonderful, and these girls showed up and just knocked my socks off.
Every time.
Every single time.
What it says to me is that young people, they really do want to be heard. They really do want to be seen. In society today, the world, school, chaos, social media, there's just so much noise that for them to feel really special, really seen and heard, it's not something that happens on a regular basis.
Well, I think I had 4 teenagers, and I remember the reaction. Like whenever I would say, I have 4 teenagers or we're doing teens, people will often say like, oh. And I had heard that leading up to having teenagers, and then when I had teenagers, and I loved the teen years. I love the teens that do teens say. And I think, what must it be like to be a teenager? And, they hear that too. Every time, their parents say, I have a teenage daughter, I have 4 teenagers. What that must be to why is everybody gunning for us? So it became a mission to make sure that these teenagers had a space to be honored and heard and to be built up and not this stereotype of what teenagers are like.
I'm laughing because I was in rehearsal last evening with a show that I'm working on in Decatur, and 2 of the women in the show, one raised 4 girls, and the woman sitting next to her raised 4 boys. And we were having this whole conversation about what happens when girls hit their teen years all at the same time and boys hit their teen years. And it was such a lively conversation, you can imagine. And I was just sitting there in shock because my daughters are 12 and 13.
You're on the cusp.
So I'm literally looking into the future with fear and trepidation because all of the horror stories they were sharing about what happens when teens get real. So wish me luck.
Good luck. But lean in. I was braced for impact, and I loved having teenagers.
Yeah. Well, I have been spending time with teenagers since my kids were very little because we created this program. Gosh, I have to do some math now. 6, 7, 8 years? I think we've been running this for 8 years.
Crazy.
And we've gotten to work with hundreds of local teens. And they come spend a couple days with us. We have a partnership with the Park District. And we do some of the same things we do with That's What She Said. Some improv games, some creative writing, confidence building exercises. And these girls, at the end of their 3 days together, are challenged to stand on a stage with a microphone, share their stories out loud in front of an audience. And some girls, when they come in on Friday night, know that that's the end goal. And some girls have no idea what they've been signed up for because someone who loves them signed them up and they were just dropped off at the door and said, here, come on in. And oh, by the way, you have to leave your cell phone.
Yeah, that's always a jarring moment. And now that we've done it so many times, I know that in a few short hours, it's not going to be an issue. But that initial, we're going to leave our phones at the door, is often met with some curious looks. And I get it.
And I always tell them, guess it's in the room. It's not going anywhere. And I promise you, you will survive. So I find that some of the girls who go through That's What Teens Say, not just survive, but thrive.
Absolutely.
Which leads me to introducing our guest today. If you haven't figured it out, she's an alum from our teen program, but so much more. Welcome to the She Said Project podcast, Izzy Gonzalez.
Hi.
Ah, she's in the house.
Izzy Busy's here.
In person, looking stunning. So I think we have to address the obvious right off the bat.
Yeah.
Not only is Izzy wearing her She Said branded glitter, but you are wearing a sash and a crown, my dear.
Yes, I am.
Would you please share with our audience why that is?
Well, I did this program called Miss Amazing. It was just this past weekend. And basically, it's where women and girls with disabilities, it's like a pageant-like event. And every girl's crowned a princess, but one from each age division is crowned a queen. So I was crowned queen from my age division.
Queen Izzy is among us. Oh, and we're showing a picture from your pageant.
Look at that.
You look absolutely radiant. How was the experience?
Oh, it's so fun. It's always so fun. I mean, obviously the other girls, they're so fun. I get to see friends that I haven't seen in a while because, they're like always up like in the Chicago area and stuff like that and hours away. So I don't get to see them very much. So it was just fun, like reconnecting to that and getting that like atmosphere. It's really great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, there's something even more special here because Izzy participated in That's What Teens Say. It was absolutely in the beginning, maybe our second or third session ever. And right around that time, you had also competed in Miss Amazing because if I remember, you were wearing a sash and a crown when you stood on our stage and shared your story from that year.
Yes, I was. That was, I believe it was junior teen. So now I'm junior miss. It's hilarious, honestly.
I love it.
Well, so let's go way, way back. You might not even remember. How did you originally get connected to the Teen Say?
So one of a family friend nominated me, actually. Yeah. I mean, I guess I had stories to tell. I mean, I'm always talking to myself. So, not in a crazy way.
Somebody give that
promise.
girl a microphone.
Absolutely.
A crown. I can imagine since birth, people have been saying, give that girl a microphone and give that girl a crown.
I yap a lot.
And we did just that. We gave her a stage. And so Izzy shared a story in That's What Teens Say and then came back for more.
Because I had more things to say.
had more to say.
I like saying things and getting them off my chest and letting people hear them.
Yeah. Well, you have stories and you're not afraid to talk about things you've been through, which is incredibly empowering. Because someone who's lived the life you've lived, could shy away from the public eye.
Yeah. I mean, I did at first. And you know this because I've told you. It goes to that, like, way back when I wanted to hide everything. I wanted to hide the disabilities, and that, like, I told you about this, so you know this.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So I won't give it all away, right?
So, yeah.
Well, and I love that not only were you a participant in Teen Say, but then it was really beautiful because you came back and your role was sort of in theory to just talk to the girls, tell them about your experience, encourage them, let them know what to expect. And big shocker, like they all really connected to you. And it was just sort of like we'd like you to come back, but basically to everything that we've done since we've tried to loop you in.
Yeah, so she's
I
been
can't seem to get away,
she's been a teen mentor. She's been part of our summer teen internship. And just a few years ago, so Izzy was a teen when she joined the family. And then this thing happens where time passes and she became an adult.
Yeah.
And we have this other show, this other thing called That's What She Said. And it was our 2024 performance. You know, we were looking for that perfect person to round out the cast. And we had this big light bulb moment. Like, because I knew Izzy always wanted to be on that stage. And the time was right. And so Izzy took the main stage at the She Said Project and shared her story on stage at the Virginia Theater in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wonderful fans.
So what was when you think about the two different experiences, what were the things that you felt like, oh, yep, this feels like home, this is the same? And then what was the difference for you in being a different age?
Well, I always like telling stories. I mean, I'm an actor, so it's just natural to like speak on a stage to people and seeing their reaction. But obviously, the difference is I'm telling my own story. The story is not written for me. I have to write it. And I've always been bad at like making sentences. It's just a thing. So you're very helpful.
I can make some sentences. It's true.
Yeah, you make nice sentences.
You know, we're going to treat our listeners to Izzy's performance from that night. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll share your story. We really want our audience to get to know Izzy Gonzalez and the many stories that she holds. So let's take a look at her performance from That's What She Said, Champaign-Urbana 2024. Here is Love, Izzy.
Dear young Izzy, I know that right now you are stuck in the middle of the storm that we call our childhood. At this moment, you don't even know what is going on, which is why I wrote you this letter. You are swallowed by darkness, while outside your mind, there are so many machines all around your bed attached to you. No one can get within a few feet of you. You look so small in that hospital bed. You cannot hear them, but as you are lying there, your sister Rebecca and her friend Rachel are sitting in your room reading you your favorite stories. And to cheer you up, nurses apply temporary tattoos to all over your body. You would have loved it. Even though you have been in and out of the hospital since birth, this is the toughest moment your body will ever face. We have been through it all. It is no surprise that we always thought of death as a friend that we were preparing to meet. Death was always around us growing up. It wasn't unusual. As you lay there, you are dreaming of a sunset in deep shades of oranges, and the clouds were a mix of orange and purple. The colors were so bright, and they reflected in the deep blue body of water. Even now, I can clearly remember the vision of that sunset. It's the only dream I remember from those weeks you slept while the world waited for you to wake up. I still feel in my heart the fear and doubt that we would never see a real sunset ever again. I'm here to tell you that you will wake up and you will see so many more sunsets. We made it a whole 2 decades, so much longer than we ever thought possible. I do have to say that in 2017, prepare yourself. You'll be having some tests done, nothing unusual, but one of those tests would bring forth unimaginable emotions. The pH test, specifically to monitor our acid reflux. To our surprise, the results showed you had acid reflux for 13 straight minutes. You need surgery, or eventually, later in life, you will have cancer. The first thought was, God, haven't I already been through enough? What do you want from me? I refuse to let cancer be in my cards. But you kept picturing yourself going through the cancer treatment, and you felt kind of numb. You were thinking about, for the first time, you wouldn't know how things will end. You were obviously doing the surgery, but the terrifying thought still haunts you. All the trauma takes its toll on you. There's no getting out of that. The battle is not over yet. Remember our special gift? We have always been extremely aware of what's happening in our body. When you turn 12, you will realize you are not feeling quite right. You will figure out that you suffer from depression before the doctors do. But there aren't enough pills you can swallow to make it all go away. You will have to live through it and feel everything. You will have to talk it out in therapy, and you find it to be the best option for you to get through each and every challenge you will face. I'm still perplexed about the time you had to switch therapists because mental health was not covered by our insurance. Our medical insurance, which is in place to help you get the help you needed. I want people to know how much you benefited from talk therapy. It was a place that you were able to get all the thoughts and feelings you were going through. It was and still is the best thing for us to find relief in all the chaos. Look, I know that you're very critical of yourself because you just want to be normal. The truth is, there is no normal. In true Izzy fashion, we defied all the odds. But that's honestly nothing new. One thing you will figure out is that the word failure doesn't seem to be in our medical vocabulary. And trust me, you have a large medical vocabulary. You'd be amazed at some of the 11-syllable words you can pronounce these days. I want to tell you something astonishing. The day will come when you will graduate from high school. It was an amazing day, but there was a moment while I was walking across that stage about to receive our diploma, and it dawned on me, what's next for us? We never thought about or planned for our future, but because it never occurred to us that we would have one. So guess what? You get to go to college, and you find your calling in the theater. Being on stage and playing characters is the most fun and freeing experience ever. It's like an escape from everything we have ever known. In the theater, we get to be whatever we want. There are no limits. You have endured don't know how many surgeries, including the outpatient ones, a gazillion hospital stays, probably a football team's amount of doctors, an amount of prescriptions that only the universe knows. Here I am, still standing better than I've ever been. Also, jokes on the doctors who said we wouldn't be able to walk. We sure showed them. That just seems to be a thing with us. You haven't and will never be alone through the storm. You will always have our mom, our dad, and our sister, whom we share quite the special connection with. Sometimes it's scary. When you wake up, can you hug Rebecca in the past for me? Don't worry, I will hug her here in the present for you. I can't wait for you to experience everything that's to come, and I can't wait to experience what's to come. I know that we will have a bright future. By the way, your lucky number is 42. Love, Izzy.
I've got chills. Goosebumps. Love, Izzy. Ah, your lucky number is 42, huh?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
So that's the amount of days I stayed in the hospital that one time where I was in the, yeah. That's where the story came from. Basically, it was when I was asleep. I was asleep for 12 days and then awake for 30, so 42. So yeah, that's where like the speech was about. I was talking to myself when I was in that state.
Yeah.
So I've always like noticed when the number 42 comes up because it has like that connection to me.
Well, I think it says a lot about you that you see that as your lucky number, where someone perhaps like me, who tends to be a Debbie Downer and a little more dramatic, I would have been like 42, like always avoid 42. But I love that you just embrace and make even things that can be challenging your lucky number.
Just for context, how old were you, the Izzy that you were talking to, who was going through the medical situation?
I believe 9 or 10.
And how old were you when you were on the stage?
I was 20, I believe.
And how old are you now?
I'm 22.
Yay.
I was doing the math in my mind, like,
Sorry, I forgot to tell you there would be math involved.
I didn't study for this clearly.
Did you feel the energy of the audience responding as you were, like, even just watching the video, I was reliving it and feeling it again. But do you remember how that felt?
Oh, I remember being nervous. I mean, obviously, when you see them, they're going to connect with you because they're looking at you, right? And you're looking at them. You have nowhere else to look, obviously. So you're going to make a connection with someone, whether you like it or not. And I could feel it. And there are, like, points I could feel it that, like, yeah, they were seeing me. They were seeing me. And that's what I like about speaking. Mm-hmm. People can see me.
And you're in control of, what you want them to see and say. Yeah.
What was the reaction that you got back after doing that piece?
Oh, got a lot of hugs from my mom and my family. My dad's side of the family loved it. They're all the way up in California, so they like watch these things.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So they like watch all these things that they can. It was just a bunch of love. Just love.
That's a perfect way to spend an evening. Surrounded by love.
With Izzy and surrounded by love.
Yeah,
it doesn't get
100%.
better than that.
You have an amazing family. They are very supportive.
I'm so fortunate.
Yeah, your parents show up for everything, bring you, support you. I'm giving a wink wink over here to our guest in the studio. But your mom is so proud and posts about everything you accomplish, everything you achieve. And it's incredible to watch. Like, to have this kind of family in our community is very, very special.
I think it's probably a really great, I don't know if you've had the chance to hear from people yet, but I would think that young people going through similar struggles, maybe obviously not the same, but to hear your story and to see all the awesome things you're doing, I would think is inspiring.
I obviously would like to think so. That's what my main goal in life is to advocate for those and help people like me be seen as well and know that they are heard and they're not alone, because I thought I was alone.
You shared with me that you belong to, or you're associated with, an organization. Like, there's actual communities of young people with similar conditions, so that you guys have somewhere to connect and bond and learn together.
So we have that avenue to just be there and kind of hold each other's hand, or like, oh yeah, I get you. Because no one else would obviously get this very specific thing. since it's way out of left field.
Are you comfortable, and you can say no, because I remember there's those 11 syllable words that you mentioned, any of the specific diagnoses that you're comfortable sharing?
So I have, my main one is Bacterial syndrome, which is, oh my gosh, I forgot the word. Each letter stands for like a different part of the body that was affected at birth. So like the V stands for vertebrae. I'm missing a lot of my vertebrae. The A stands for anus. I have unicorny as anus. It doesn't work like it should. The T and E stand for tracheal and esophageal. I had a tracheal esophageal fistula. Basically, what that means is like if you imagine my trachea and my esophagus, there was like an H connecting. So I had to get that surgically repaired.
I'm following. Okay.
I have, so it's Vactral, but it's like people like get like random combinations of letters. So I have Vater, and then the R is renal. So I was born with one kidney.
Okay.
Yeah, but other people can have all the letters or just a few like me. So it's really combination of all things.
Makes you extra special.
I know.
You were very intent. So this was your love letter to your younger self. But I remember when you took the stage with That's What Teens Say, like you were, first of all, pretty bold young lady, I'll tell you. Like you stood right up there wearing a crown, tiara. I think I borrowed your tiara that day.
Yeah, you
I
did.
think you let me wear it for a second.
There's a picture somewhere.
There is a picture
There's
somewhere.
a picture somewhere.
Yeah. I'm the grown-up who asked this picture to, can I just see that for a second? I'm totally guilty. But what I was so proud of as such a young person, you were so comfortable talking about and giving it right back to the audience. You're like, I know what you see when you see me, you know, and you just addressed it. And I know that didn't happen overnight. I know that took years of confidence building and believing in yourself to own who you are. But you do. You really do.
I mean, I try because, you know, it was years before I could accept myself, but now I try to accept myself, not just for myself, but for others, you know? I accept myself so others can accept themselves as well. Because it's hard. It really is.
So like a lead by example.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you feel like do you feel like this is just innately who you are, or have your parents, it seems like they've just really poured into you, or a combination?
Well, I think it's a combination. Obviously, my mom and dad are amazing, phenomenal people. My family is amazing, phenomenal people.
Mom is crying offset.
You also had a really special bond with the ladies that you shared the stage with. Mm-hmm. Some of those relationships turned into some pretty unique opportunities.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable sharing what you do professionally now?
So I work at Nothing But Cakes in Champaign, and I actually met my boss through That's What She Said.
She was on the stage with you.
Mm-hmm. And none of us knew it at the time. It's so funny because at the after party, I actually took a picture with Mila, and none of us knew it at the time, but she was going to become my boss, and it was just me and her in that picture. Neither of us knew it at the time.
She is one special lady.
And it's the beauty of the intentionality of when you put a cast together to make sure that you have people that it's a very diverse group in age and all the things. But your group, and it just was so beautiful to watch the connections, and part of that is your confidence, being able to be in a group of mixed age, mixed stories, mixed personalities, and be able to connect to people so easily. But it really has been fun to watch that play out, and now seeing you be so successful with a sister and as your boss, that seems fun to say.
Yeah.
That was the first year we had a cake sponsor. And let me just say, there was bun cake at every rehearsal. I think I'm still carrying around those 10 extra pounds from the 2024 year.
Oh my
like, seriously.
gosh. Well,
It was fun,
so
though.
now this is like just the excuse I needed. Like, okay, no more bundt cakes because I love them so much. But then it's like, well, I want to support this locally owned
That's it.
woman. I mean, I
Support
better
local
do it. And
businesses.
now
Support
that you're
local
there,
businesses.
now I want to support Izzy. So I wouldn't.
I know. So tough.
But everybody, go get your bundt
Nothing
cake.
But Cakes is a regular sponsor, and if you've been to a live That's What She Said show, particularly in Champaign Urbana, you can get yourself a bundt cake at the after party. And because I had a connection, and the day of the show is really busy, and there's a lot of running around, a lot of crazy, I may have pulled a few strings. I was like, hey, Izzy, any chance you can bring the bundt cake order to the theater on the day of the show? I felt so fortunate.
I might just try that on random Saturdays. Hey, Izzy, I'm
Hey,
home.
Izzy.
Yeah. Any chance you could bring me some bundt cakes?
I might know a gal.
I know a gal. And
Well,
I
now you're
bet-
getting royal delivery
Oh.
because Queen.
No,
See, this gets better
Okay,
and
it
better.
does. We have to pitch this to Mila.
Yes.
We have a delivery girl with a crown
And a sash.
and a
going
sash.
around town delivering. Here's
And
your royal
Moxie.
bundt cake.
Yeah. That'd be perfect. And I'll follow along with a camera. And you just sprinkle cake crumbs in. Sorry, Izzy. The visual of that isn't very flattering to me, but I would follow
her
you
laughing so
anywhere.
hard she's
I
falling
would
off
follow
camera.
you anywhere.
Well, I just always imagine, how they have that, the carrot on the stick.
That's me.
That's you.
You just wave at a bundt cake. Here, carry, and I will trot along. Sorry, Jeanette. It's
Secrets
going off the
revealed.
rails. It's going off the rails.
Secrets revealed whenever I need Carrie to do something. Bundt cake on the street. I hope everyone listening is enjoying this as much as we are. I mean, we've all got our thing that
Whatever.
motivates us.
I'm loud and proud about it.
Okay, most important question. What is your favorite bundt cake flavor?
White chocolate raspberry all the way.
Oh, right out of the
Oh.
gates. No
White chocolate
hesitation.
raspberry. For our permanent flavors currently, white chocolate raspberry, all time favorite. All time favorite.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
I'm friend of all. I've not had one that I didn't like. A friend to all bundt cakes, but the lemon, I
Oh,
have to
that's
say.
everyone's favorite. Lemon, the strawberry and cream is good. I do remember when we were rehearsing. So when they would release a new flavor, Milo would bring it to us to let us try out the new flavor. We had the Reese's peanut butter during rehearsal. I remember. Yeah, no, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I do like the carrot cake too.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah,
No.
it's all
And
good.
now that you have Mila there and Izzy, what a dream team.
It's perfection. I want to know more about this Miss Amazing America, all the things, because there's another story about that taps Izzy right back into She Said. So we're going to take a quick break and then we'll reveal what that is.
Big reveal.
Thank you. Okay, so Miss Amazing Junior Miss Queen is in the house. And so your road to queendom. Queendom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go with it.
So tell us about the weekend and then tell us about the different categories of competition.
So the weekend for Illinois, it's all in one day. So we have our passion presentation. So that's our talent, and every girl chooses what she wants to do. I chose a speech, and we'll get into that obviously. And then actually before that we have interviews. So we talk with judges about hobbies and where do you see yourself in XYZ amount of years, and just and questions like that. And then we do introductions. So we have a right-hand man walk us on stage, and then we do our introductions, and then we walk back, and then we have our passion presentation, and then evening wear is where the girls get crowned. So yeah.
So you walk the stage in your gown. You have to demonstrate poise, right? What are some of the talents that you witnessed from the girls?
Well, singing, obviously, speeches. I've seen some dancing. I've seen cheerleading. I've seen gymnastics. I've seen duets as well. It's so fun.
So you chose storytelling or
Yes.
sharing a speech as your passion presentation. Tell me why.
Well, speaking is important to me. I mean, obviously I yap a lot. But it's kind of healing in a way because I get to get all the thoughts in here out here, and then people can do what they want with those thoughts and react to those thoughts. And it's just an interesting reaction.
That sounds similar to what you shared in your She Said story about talk therapy. Like how beneficial to get your thoughts out and process them in such a healthy way. I made myself a note. I had total sidebar here. But when you said the comment about having to change therapists because it wasn't covered by your insurance,
Yeah.
I was shocked. So my daughter is seeing a therapist, and it wasn't covered. I literally like fell backwards.
It seems like, oh, that there must be a typo. That can't really be.
No,
But
that's
yep.
like, isn't mental health like important now? Like, don't we make it a priority now, or still no?
It's
in
alarming.
our medical system.
I mean, it's always been important. Then just the visibility of it has gone up since,
But I think we need some more protests in the street. We need coverage. That's crazy. So I know, because you shared how much it helped you, overcome so much. And now here you are on a stage and you decided to share a story, which is kind of a summary of all that you've uncovered to this age in life. And so I'm waiting for Izzy to say it, but I guess I'll have to. So Izzy reached out to me and said, "Hey, Jeanette, I'm going to share a story on stage for the pageant. Would you help me write it?"
I mean, who better to go to than
I don't know, Izzy.
Jeanette Jersey?
I don't know who.
There was no.
Go ahead. Yes, Jeanette, of course. That's what I
No
was going
bun
to
cake
say,
required.
Jeanette.
No bun
Yeah,
cake
I do.
payment.
I require bun cake. That's true. No bun cake required for this one. Okay, fine. So you reached out to Jeanette.
Yes.
And we had a delightful time finding her most recent story. And then the tragedy was she only had 90 seconds. So we wrote this great story. And then we had to
90 seconds.
We had to edit and shave it down and shave it down to the bare minimum. So
bare minimum.
So it was beautiful, and you won, and that's great. But the story was just a whisper of what the original was. So when I invited Izzy to join us on the podcast, I said, "Hey, Izzy, would you bring your story and share?" It's probably 4 or 5 minutes total. It's not,
it's
but
not long.
are we up for that?
Yes.
So Izzy can have a redo and share the full length story that we
This would have been
worked
a
on.
good time to say, go ahead while I eat the butt cake you brought. But that's okay. Rude, but whatever. Go ahead. All right. I'll listen without butt cake.
Okay, so Izzy, when you're ready, you can ignore Carrie. It's fine.
I just love her so much.
I laugh so much. And then I can't get this.
Focus.
Okay. I have spent my entire life trying to do the impossible. Be normal. That might sound like a simple feat, but for me, born into this body, there was no such thing. My earliest memories are filled with doctor's visits and going in and out of the hospital. My body just didn't function like I was told it should. While other kids dreamed of high school dances and school plays, I learned how to walk again after every surgery. While other kids filled out college applications, my only expectation was to survive. I didn't dream about my future because I didn't believe I was going to have one. When my age reached double digits, I was told how lucky I was to have made it this far, but I didn't feel lucky. I tried to hide my disability as much as I could, and I started working harder to overcome my limits and be like other kids my age. I pushed myself to do more than what people expected of me, and I did. I graduated with almost honors, I went to college, I have a job, and I've accomplished so much more than I could have even imagined 10 years ago. Despite all this, I wasn't content because no matter how hard I worked, I couldn't achieve the one thing I truly wanted, to be normal. The world of social media was a blessing and a curse. I could hide in plain sight. I could show the world only what I wanted them to see. For someone who only knew me via Instagram, I wasn't Izzy the disabled girl. I was the smiling girl in the photos, performing in shows, working at the cake store. Now at age 22, it has only been recently that I've started to accept my body as it is. I'm finally accepting the fact that I can't do everything like everyone else does, that I will probably never live by myself, that I will need help with my day-to-day life. And all of that doesn't make me a failure. Quite the opposite. I am tougher, braver, more resilient than most people. And I don't take one single day of this life for granted. I'm learning to live my life to the fullest, not in spite of my disability, but with my body exactly as it is. I remember the exact day it happened. I was scrolling through Instagram and noticed a friend who I know has a similar condition to mine boldly and honestly listed their disability in their profile bio, right there in black and white for all the world to see. They did not use social media to hide who they are, but instead they told the world who they are on their terms, loud and proud. I was stunned. I could have never imagined being so open about my disabilities like that. That moment, something in me changed. That was a turning point for me. Something as simple as an Instagram bio gave me permission to accept myself. I am much more comfortable as identifying as a person with disabilities. I won't hide anymore. And I gave up on trying to be normal. I've learned there's really no such thing as normal anyway. We all have our strengths, we all have our struggles, and it will not serve me one bit to deny the parts of who I am. I am working towards embracing my whole self so that I can be an inspiration to others, because I'm me and that's enough.
Oh my goodness. There it is.
I mean,
There it
hello.
is. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I wish we can find another platform where you can share the full story. But I got to tell you, the 90-second version was pretty powerful. And clearly it worked because you won the title.
Clearly.
I want to hear. Okay. So I was the kid who fantasized about being Miss America. No, like full disclosure. And my favorite moment was that moment when you realize that you're the winner. I never had that moment, but that moment where, you know, you see the look on their face and their name is called or their state is called, right? And then there's crying and then the crown and the whole. Tell me about your moment.
Okay. So
Oh, there's a story. Okay.
Was there crying and
so it was a lot of shock. So I know that I was in heels all day. So I had like slippers because, you know, I was not walking around. Anyway, I see the girls in the age division before me go for crowning. I'm like, okay, because I'm sitting like backstage with my slippers on. I'll put on my heels now. And then as I'm starting to put them on, I hear, Izzy, Isabella. And then I'm like, I'm putting my heels on. And it's like, is Izzy, Isabella? And then I'm like, give me a second. I'm fiddling with this belt buckle. And then like, Izzy? And it's like, I'm coming. And then so I walk up and then I get to like, you know, like the actual like backstage, like right before the stage. And then I see like my friends and they look at me and say, you won. I'm like, I won?
and that's when they crowned you?
Well, so, and then I actually went out on stage and got crowned. And it was so, there were so many like little things that were like good omens because the girl who crowned me last time was actually crowning me this time.
What?
Yeah.
The same girl from
Same girl
from
who crowned me.
the teen year?
Yeah. Crowned me this year. Yeah.
Oh, how special.
So I like ran and like hugged her and yeah.
Okay, so your big moment, what happened when you were putting on your shoes?
Yeah.
I love that.
Hey, you'll never forget it.
Yeah.
So, you know how special Izzy is? She's so special. She doesn't just walk around town with one tiara. She brings a spare. This girl brought an extra tiara in case, I don't know, maybe I wanted to borrow it for the last few minutes of our podcast.
I
feel
can't
like I need
believe
to
we
wake
haven't
up.
given you a crown to date.
I
Like,
wish we had a sash for you. Or for you.
Yeah, whatever. I'm trying not to be like jealous Jenny over here.
Right.
It's great for you.
Would
I'm
like to
so
borrow
happy
my-
she
would you like
brought
to
you
borrow my
one.
tiara? Would you like to borrow my tiara?
I'll make sure to bring tiaras for
that's,
everyone.
But that's me though. And that's
It
Izzy.
fits you. You know, I want to like laugh ourselves silly, and that's important to me. And you know that like a tiara for her is what is special for her.
A tiara does make me happy. But I'm also the kind of gal who is more than happy to share.
Oh, bless
Share
your
the tiara.
heart. No,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You know
no,
why?
I couldn't.
Because I have been inspired by Izzy Gonzalez
now we both have.
to share the tiara.
Oh, Izzy, look at that. We're passing the.
Okay, actually, that looks pretty darn good on you.
They look good on
really
all of
fits you
us.
more.
I mean,
more
you just
of a-
can't see it, but there is a tiara on Jeanette's head. There's
Yeah.
a tiara always on
There's
Carrie's head.
always on.
Always on.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I'm more of like a pass me a basketball girl, and you're more of a pass me a tiara.
Yeah,
so.
no, when you get to a certain age, you start realizing wherever I am, there is a tiara on my head and a red carpet beneath my feet.
It's so fitting. Well, Izzy, look at that. We had you on to be our guest, and then you come on and you make us feel so special, which is what I think I have witnessed in every teens and the adult show, in every arena that I have been lucky enough to see you interact in. You're just a big joy spreader.
I will bring Carrie the tiara, also known as bun cake.
Yes.
Your
There we
cake
go.
tiara.
There we go. Well,
That
I
was
will
the
come into
appropriate
the store to see you because I just love that you're working there with another She Said sister.
Yeah.
It's fun. It really is.
So what is next for you? This was the Illinois pageant.
Nationals.
So this qualifies you.
This qualifies me for
Oh.
nationals. So I am representing the state of Illinois in the Junior Miss Amazing category. Yeah.
Where?
I thought
How?
this was the end, like this, you just keep going.
Now you kind of hinted to us during the break that it's extra special that you're
Yeah.
going this year. Why?
So the first year I was crown queen, that was 2018, I think. I actually got sick right before nationals. I got sick. And I believe that time I ended up in the hospital as well. So it was one of the things that was really important to me. And I even said it to like one of my queen sisters while I was there. It's like, I get to go to nationals. And I just kept saying it because those words meant something to me. And it's just like you wouldn't think, but it was important to me to go to nationals, especially this time.
Now you get to go.
I get to go.
So when is it?
It is July 24th through 26th.
Where?
It's in Rosemont.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Nationals is coming to you.
Yeah.
Hey now.
We might have to take a road crew.
I think
Like,
so.
yeah, we could be like your groupies.
I can just
Cheer on
imagine
our
carrying the crowd
queen.
with a sign.
Yes. I think
can all
we
wear
just
our She
planned it
Said
out.
shirts.
Yep, we all just planned it out.
That would be extra special. Do you know what to expect? What happens at nationals?
So, well, we're given an itinerary, right? There's going to be a pajama party,
Okay.
obviously. And then there's like a little gala and there's just like little things. And then they like give like impact awards. So like volunteering hours and stuff like that. It's like stuff like that. It's not a beauty pageant, but it's a pageant where you are beautiful.
Oh, I just got chills. A pageant where everyone is beautiful.
But yeah, everyone's beautiful.
I'm just getting a glimpse into this whole pageanty world. This is so great. This is really
I did a
sweet.
few in my younger days, just a few.
I would love to see pictures.
Oh, I'll have to dig some up. I competed. I went to the Miss Teen of America pageant in 1994.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No, I was just thinking if I should confess that I was in a.
It's
It's kind of usually in lockdown. It was accidental. I didn't know what I was doing.
This
But,
may be the best day of my life. Okay.
but before I knew it, I was in a Miss Union County, and I did wear a formal and a. I don't know what they were thinking, but I do know I have a picture, so I'm going to send it to you, Izzy. So don't please don't tell anyone.
Union County, Indiana.
Fair Queen, yes.
Fair Queen.
Queen. I'm not bitter about this either, but I was runner-up. But I was Miss Congeniality, which is what I am the most
Oh,
proud
that's
of.
shocking. I mean,
I'm not still. Actually, Anya Abernathy was the one who won, and she was fabulous, so I can't even begrudge her. But there, now I've admitted it 35 years later. It's true. I do have a little bit of a background.
We learn something
It's-
new every day.
I'm totally using this
Just
against
between
her.
the three of us, though, right? We're not ever.
Oh,
Just
yeah, it's
between
not
the three
like
of us.
we're
not going to
it's
tell
not-
anybody
no,
else.
no one.
We're not in a public forum or anything. I'm so proud of you for speaking your truth.
Thank you there. I feel like I got it off of my chest.
Yeah.
But anything to be a part of this Love Fest, this is just so.
So I'll share more later. But we had one She Said show, and we'll have to get that woman as a guest who shared a story about a pageant past and a Fair Queen mishap. It's a very funny story, and that show, every lady on stage got a crown and a sash. So I actually have a Miss She Said sash that we had made. So
See,
yeah,
everybody
we
needs
make
a
dreams come
sash.
true.
That's
That's what
right.
she said. That's what we do. We make
obviously.
dreams come true for girls and women.
Jeanette made this come true. So.
I'm loving this. I
Yeah.
am loving it. Are you going to be able to share a story as your passion? Do you get to do that again at
Yeah,
nationals?
I can. Yeah, I can do
Okay,
it.
we're going to rehearse. We're going to pick out an outfit. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay,
I'm in.
We're totally in. Go Izzy.
We are
Go,
going to be your
Izzy.
posse. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my gosh, we could do this all day.
Yeah, we could.
This is so great. I'm so proud of you. And I don't mean that in like I'm trying to mother hen you, but I am so proud like when I see all that you're doing. And I mean, every time I turn around, it's just like one more awesome Izzy-ism. And I'm just so proud that I get to be part of in the wake of your journey and scene. And I'm really anxious to see what's next for you because just when I think like she can't be any more awesome, then you pull off something new.
So when we get the updates, we will share them with our friends because that's all the time we have today. Izzy, thank you for joining us,
Of course.
sharing all the stories. You look incredible. We're so happy to have you. We're so proud of you.
It's been an honor that I get to know these lovely women, these amazing, talented women.
keep it coming.
We'll
keep
see
it
you guys
coming, keep
next
it-
time on the She Said Project podcast. Over and out. Thank you for listening to the She Said Project podcast. All materials contained in the podcast are the exclusive property of the She Said Project, and That's What She Said LLC. For more information on our live shows, go to shesaidproject.com.